Hey y'all, Teresa from Stringfield Ridge Farm. I got a quick hack I have to show you. Not my hack. I actually saw this video the other day, and I always try to give, kudos to who I saw the video from. Every time I try to do something like this, I make sure I give credit to where I seen it at. And this one is so good, I had to share it. And so I will tell you that I watch Heidi at Rain Country Homestead a lot, and I love everything she does. I've learned so much from her, and this actually came from her. But in case you don't watch her enough, I wanted to share that this really works and is awesome. And I'm not going to share the whole thing because I want you to go watch it on her channel. And it is about fermented onions. But the hack is how to cut up these onions without tears. No tears. I cannot cut up onions without bothering my eyes. And there's one hack that I used, but it wasn't fail proof. Was running cold water on your onion while you're cutting it up. I've done that for years, but it sometimes I still, it'll squirt up, or sometimes I still cry when I'm doing that. It's not foolproof, but this one seems to be foolproof. Like, I totally have not even had a teary eye or a watery eye or nothing. And I've done this fermented onions. So here's some of the fermented onions I done first. I done a jar of them, fermented them. She has the recipe, and I will put the recipe in the description of this video so that you can see it step by step and know the ratio of salt and water and everything. So I will put the description or the recipe in the description, but I can tell you I'd never tried fermented onions. I've tried a lot of other fermented foods because it's good for your gut health. Anything fermented foods. You can do cucumbers. I've done a cucumber recipe from Stacy over at Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. She done a couple of years ago a cucumber, whole pickles, whole cucumbers in a big old jar and fermented them, and those were delicious. I plan to do that again too. So I have done the kraut. I always do kraut every year, and I do about 3 or 4 big wide mouth jars of kraut and then put in the refrigerator, because if you can them, you lose the gut health. So I always put those in the refrigerator. I do that every year and try to eat a couple of bites of it every day for gut health. The onions are delicious. I done the onions from Heidi. I think the video was about a week or 2 ago, and it takes about 3 or 4 days to do the onions. And if you slice them up, they're sliced up kind of small. I have had them on burgers and I do a zucchini lasagna, and I had some of this with that. It's delicious, just delicious. So try the fermented onions. It's great. I think the only fermented food I've tried that I did not like was the carrots. I wasn't real thrilled with the fermented carrots, but I've done the cabbage and the pickles and something else. I don't remember. And the onions. The onions are wonderful. So, gotta try it. And I like it so well, I decided to do another jar. And that's what I'm gonna show you. So, I'm doing another jar of them. And here I started slicing the onions. And I'm gonna slice them up and then pop them apart to have the rings. But look, here is the hack to keep from having any watery eyes at all. I'm gonna turn you just a little and show you. Candles, whoops, sorry, hang on. Candles makes all the difference. So what Heidi said to do candles makes all the difference. So what Heidi said to do was take a couple of candles, and she had I think she had a big one with 3 wicks, but you could take a big one or a couple of candles, whatever, and set them right by where you're working, as close as safely possible, to where you're working at. And you light the candles about, a few minutes, 5 minutes maybe, before you start cutting. And the flames, the flames or the exhaust, whatever it is, I can't explain it, but she can. From the flames, when you're cutting your onions, it evaporates that fumes and juice from the onions immediately. And I couldn't believe that it worked this well. I really couldn't. I was like, okay, I'm going to try it, but I wasn't expecting, great things. But anyway, it works. I'm telling you, it works. I done it when I done this bunch, and I've got a whole lot of onions to cut up. I'm going to put some in the freezer. I like to take my onions and chop them up in, dice them up and put them in little snack bags and put them in the freezer. And I'll take the little snack bags and put them in a big bag, and then take out one little snack bag at a time as I need them for soup and chili and stuff like that, or omelets, whatever. But so that's about all we had done with them, besides eat them fresh when we have them. Anyway, when I saw this, I decided to try it, and it is well worth it. So now I'm doing a second jar, and maybe even a third jar. I like it so well, y'all. But when you do it, try this hack. It works. It's great. So there you go. There's my hack that I just learned recently. Yes, I stole it from somebody else, but I had to tell it because it works so well. I want you to please go watch Heidi at Rain Country show you all about this. And she can explain it way better, and she will give you the recipe and explain it step by step. So y'all go watch her and check that out. And I'm just excited to have learned this. And I'm excited about my fermented onions. So thank y'all for watching. Go watch Heidi at Rain Country do this. And anyway, thank you.